Greetings, Strawn Sword from New Zealand here. This is a piece I've been working on recently. If you remember with the last video I made, this was a sketchbook entry with this warrior here, you know, without the winged terror behind him, and I actually had the idea on the video to add this winged terror behind him, and he's like out there looking, he's up the stairway here looking for the thing he was battling, and it's right behind him. So yeah, I filled all that with detail and come up with that pterodactyl, and yeah, quite happy with this piece. I've been on a bit of a sword and sorcery roll, doing pieces like that. Here's a piece that I've planned out in my sketchbook. A warrior here on his way into some kind of underground, I don't know, place where they sacrifice to this monstrosity, and he's about to you know, rescue the sacrifice. This lady chained to the pole, and you know, I guess he's never seen it before, and it's sort of like, whoa. But I decided to make this piece, and I lightboxed it and redrew it, and added all the detail. Here it is here. Quite happy with how this turned out. Another sword and sorcery type piece. Yeah, been working on a few of them in that vein. Here's another one. This one here was more abstract, where I was just making these shapes, and just kept on making shapes until I sort of had something organic going on that I thought, oh, well, what if this is like the heart of some kind of underground labyrinth with, you know, a warrior searching for some kind of beast. And so I added him in. Well, actually I added the beast in first, and you know, just got drawing, and that's what came out. Kind of inspired by this kind of thing, where you know, I just make these sweeps, you know, and just try and turn it into something, just play around with shapes, you know, some kind of fantasy landscape. I think the idea for that came from there, or a previous one was from somewhere. Oh, here's a piece, an idea I came up with you know, this landscape where there's this terror horn charging this Jasha warrior, these are characters from my comic book world, I should say. But it was an idea for a piece there. The front piece, warrior riding some kind of creature I came up with. Yeah, I'll either do it on the page here, finish this piece, or I'll lightbox it and redo it. But this is supposed to be a woman that he's going to rescue up here. Possibly change her position. You know, maybe a table. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm going to do there, but yeah, I may not even finish it. Who knows? But that's another idea I liked from that sketchbook. And this sketchbook, I've got those. It's kind of a piece where I had the idea of having someone coming up the stairs, cautiously coming up with a sword, with their sword drawn. Maybe a female warrior. There's this threat here. I did have an idea for something up here, but I forget what it was. It's been a while since I've worked on that. There's a bit of a sci-fi piece here. Some kind of alien landscape. There's a couple of ships coming in here and here, shooting in, coming in this way. A couple of characters that just kind of didn't know where I was going, and that's what came out. Sometimes I like to draw like that, just start drawing a head and the body and just make it up as I go. And then I drew this guy first, and then I decided I'd make it a scene and started drawing this guy here. Yeah, hopefully I have the what do you call it, energy to come back and work on that. Here's another piece that was in my last video and late last year's sketchbook, where I wanted to make the spider creature more dynamic and the warrior's pose more dynamic. And I've added a lot of skulls and detail to the underground dungeon fortress. And I've rendered this with fine liners, and yeah, I almost gave up on it. I wasn't happy with it, but I just felt like inking one night, so I got cracking with it, and you know, probably a couple of sessions, or probably more than that. I think you know, once it started to look okay, I got into it more and finished it off. Yeah. Here's another piece that I was working on last year. And I've almost finished it, but I need to go back and finish off some of the bottom area here, and yeah, I guess it's a character from my comic book world. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I need to get back to this and finish it off. Yeah, I enjoy making creature designs too and trying to come up with a good creature. This is something from that sketchbook, 2023. This is actually the paper that I like to use with finished pieces, looking for yeah, I come up with this was going to be for my bounty hunter book, Scoundrel's Dread, and yeah, this swivels around. And there's also this one I did, where I've just sort of built from a dinosaur, from different dinosaur creatures, and added my own thing. Yeah, sometimes when you just sketch around in your sketchbook, you come up with things you like. I quite like how this guy's got all these horns coming out of his head, and I'd like to keep playing with that design. Makes a good villain. There's another one here. Oh, and this guy here. I quite liked how he came out, and I'd like to use him somewhere in the future. Also was working on some warrior poses. Just exploring different ways of posing my characters, and I've heavily referenced some bodybuilding magazines with muscles and switching up legs, arms, heads, just to try and build my own. But it's a good way to come up with fresh ideas, something more realistic looking, with referencing the muscles from magazines, photos. That's a good study to do, actually. Get yourself if you're an artist, get yourself some bodybuilding magazines, and yeah, it's good for veins too. And speaking of veins, this dude here was just ripped with veins all through his chest. And yeah, this is a piece I was sort of planning out to have this warrior just after a battle. Yeah, this scene like this with a bunch of bodies at the bottom, and a bunch of demons around here. And, he's kind of in an island of them, and there's just blood all around the water here, but doing it bigger. But maybe not that big. But that's an idea I figured out a while back.